Hello, my name is Andres Deschamps, and today I'm going to do my evidence 3 audiovisual part. First I'm going to talk about some important events of the last decades. I'm going to start with the moon landing, which was on July 21, 1969, Sea of Tranquility, the moon. Uh, this was a major event in human history. It was an event due by the Apollo 11, and it was the first time the human landed in the moon and explored it, and in my opinion, it marked the human history. The next one I'm going to talk about is the fall of the Berlin Wall. This also was a major event, which was on November 9, 1989, Berlin, Germany, this was a symbolic, physical, and emotive event which make countries realize and mark a before and after in humankind history, and it created a symbol of unity and freedom. The next one I'm going to talk about is the World Trade Center buildings collapse, which was a 9/11 due in September 9, 2000, 2000, 2001, which was the both twin towers collapsed due to a terrorist attack. The terrorist group hijacked two airplanes and collapsed them within the twin towers. And the last one I'm going to talk about is the election of Barack Obama, which was also a major event in my opinion, because Barack Obama was the first Afro-American president who was elected for the charge of President of the United States of America. The next thing I'm going to talk about is to give the definition of some terms. The first term is globalization. Globalization is the process of interaction and integration between people, companies, and governments worldwide. Globalization has grown due to advances in transportation and communication technology. With increased global interactions comes the growth of international trade, ideas, and culture. Globalization is primarily an economic process of interaction and integration that's associated with social and cultural aspects. However, conflicts and diplomacy are also large parts of the history of globalization and modern globalization. That was the first term. The next term is terrorism. Terrorism is, in the broadest sense, the use of intentionally indiscriminate violence as means to create terror among masses of people or fear to achieve a religious or political aim. It is used in this regard primarily to refer to violence against peacetime targets or war against non-combatants. The next term I'm going to define is unipolar world. Unipolar world or unipolarity in international politics is a distribution of power in which one state exercises most of the cultural aspects, economic and military influence, and unipolarity is an interstate system and not an empire. Let's give an example. Consider the aftermath of the Second World War. Countries like USA and Russia wanted to provide their metal in influence other nations with their political ideas, which is what led to Cold War. So if a single country wants to be in that position where it can virtually control other countries, that scenario is called a unipolar world. The next term I'm going to talk about is digital era. Digital era, or also digital revolution, refers to the advancement of technology from analog electronic and mechanical devices to the digital technology available today. The era started during the 1980s and is well on to today. The digital revolution marks the beginning of the information era. Also, the digital revolution is sometimes called the third industrial revolution. At the next point, I'm going to answer some questions that has to do with the previous terms. The first question says, why did the globalization emerge? Well, in my opinion, globalization, let's call so, is like an excuse uh, from all the changes that the world has offered in such a short period of time. Well, some of the reasons that have caused globalization is like major transport, improvement of technology in short period of time, growth of multinational companies, also growth of population in masses, and well, that's mostly the main reasons. Well, the next question is, in most cases, what causes the terrorist attacks of the 20th century? In my opinion, there's three major reasons why the terrorist attacks happen. First one is political. This says that political attacks or political terrorism means that maybe a politic group has problems within another politic group, and that may cause tension between them and attack them that um, could could go even to a terrorist attack. The next one and most common, in my opinion, is religious. Religious religion war in religion is has happened all around the time, along well, since a lot of time, and this means that uh, religion ha- has problems or tension with another religion, and in religion mostly there's not like too too many toleration. It's like one or another, and that causes like serious tension, and could could go to major attacks that have happened. Also, the other one is socioeconomic. This means that, well, for a lot of people, deprivation drive people to terrorism. This means that if you the due to deprivation, people maybe they get angry, and that angry could go to even to a terrorist attack, which has also happened a lot. The next question says, how does the end of the Cold War relate with the unipolar world? Well, the end of the Cold War, as I said before in the previous point, uh, mark before and after. Uh, the end of the Cold War means that the end of the bipolar era, which was the East and West. Uh, that that means that there's only a unipolar world, which may be controlled by very few countries or states. That's why we evolutionate to the unipolar world. And the last question says, how has the digital era influenced today's society? Well, a lot of us may think that digital resources have improved our lives, and so because of social networks, and it also improves productivity and facilitate how we interact and communicate. But we also may see it like we lose connection and interaction between our near ones, like our family, our friends, and other near people that interacts constantly with us. And well, it's like a change that humankind is facing, and well, no other than a lot of another one of the many changes that humankind has faced and will face. This was my audiovisual part. Hope you enjoy it. See you next time in Goodbye.